4E. Assuming the trends shown in the graph on page 187, when will the percent of male doctors be less than the percent of female doctors? So we're looking at where the percent of male doctors will be less than the percent of female doctors. I'm going to replace y1 with what it is equivalent to. And I'm going to do the same with the y2. y2 is equal to 2 plus 0.54t. And then we're solving for t, for when this occurs. The important piece here is that you, first of all, figure out when they are equal, and then you can figure out from there when the percentage of male doctors will be less than the percentage of female doctors. We're going to use our calculator to find the point of intersection. So we are going to first graph it to make sure we can see both of them on our screen. And this is very difficult to see. So first of all, if you think about it, my y-intercepts are at 2 and 98. So when I go to my window, I don't need to go all the way down to negative 100. I'm going to go down instead to just a y minimum of 0. The y maximum is at 98. Well, that's the y-intercept. So I'm going to go up to 110, and then I'm going to look at this picture again. I don't know if you can tell, but you have a graph that's decreasing from the top, from 98, and there's one at the bottom increasing, and they're going to intersect at the far right. So I don't have enough x values, so my x maximum is not large enough. So I go back to my window, and I increase my x maximum. I'm going to increase it to 50, and just see how much I can see when I increase it to 50. And it looks like it's not quite enough going up to 50, so I'm going to try again, and I'm going to make my x max 100. And as long as you can see the point of intersection, you're going to be able to have your calculator find the point of intersection. So I can see it there on the far right, so I'm going to go ahead and press second trace. I'm going to choose number 5, intersect, and then it's on the first curve, y1, I press enter. It's on the second curve, y2, I press enter. And then it wants to know if I want it to guess. Yes, I want the calculator to figure it out. And it looks like they're going to be equivalent about 89 years after 1960 is when they're going to be equal. So 50% of U.S. medical doctors will be male, 50% of U.S. medical doctors should be female according to this prediction, these prediction lines. So now what we're going to do is we're going to think about, all right, if we look at 89 years after 1960 in the table, when is going to be the area where the percent of male doctors is going to be, and I believe it was less than female, let me see. E, when will the percent of male doctors be less than the percent of female doctors? So if you look at 89 years, they're about equivalent. And the percent of male doctors is going to be less than the percent of female doctors from really 89 years and forward. At 88 years, the percent of male doctors you can see is still greater than the percentage of female doctors. So let's go ahead and write about this. So we had 98 minus 0.54t. We're looking for where that percentage is less than 2 plus 0.54t. And we said that they're about equivalent around 89 years. And we can say that when it's greater than or equal to 89 years, the percentage of male doctors is going to be less than the percentage of female doctors. So for our sentence, let's just say that "89 years after 1960, the percentage of male doctors will be less than the percentage of female doctors. We could have also written a sentence like from 1960 to well, it'd really be 2048 is when it's still greater than the female percentage. So we could say from 1960 to the year 2048, the percentage of male doctors will remain greater than the percentage of female doctors. So we're talking about that region where it's above to sort of explain what our solution means. The reason why I said that it could be equal to 89 years was because when we looked at the table at, year 89, let's look back. You could see that the percentage of male doctors was less than the percentage of female doctors. And that answer is 4E.